First is casualty after impairment. Before, NLA didn't allow any lease event, not even termination or casualty, after the impairment event in US GAAP operating leases. And now, with the latest patch, NLA allows casualty at any time after the impairment lease event. So let's see that in the application. So here we have an active contract, and the terms for it is we have a base rent of $1,000, and the contract starts from 1st January 2023 to 31 December 2023. And for US GAAP, we have classified it as an operating lease. And the postings are done until February. Now let's do an impairment event. I'm going to the activation group level, and I'm doing an impairment here. The application will select the first open period to do the impairment event. So let's select the recent code. I need impairment loss. And the recoverable amount, it's the amount cannot be lower than the difference between the NPV beginning of the period and end of the period. And it cannot be greater than the NPV beginning of the period. So let's say 1,500 as the recoverable amount for both IFRS and US GAAP, and I'm submitting them. A draft will be created, and we can check the terms if the impairment is actually shown over there. Here's the draft, and let's go to the terms and condition, and we have the impairment loss, and this is the total amount of impairment loss. Then let's send it to assessment, and I can submit them. Can approve and click on confirm classification, and I'm completing the remeasurement. Once the draft has been merged, the impairment will be shown in the master document too. Now let's check the schedule. All columns. And here we can see the impairment event has been reflected. And we can see the impairment loss amount. Yeah, right here. And this is the posted impairment loss, and this is the non-recoverable impairment loss. Now let's go and post this month. We can post this one. For both IFRS as well as US GAAP. Once the entries are posted, we can do an impairment, a casualty event. Let's go to AG2 level again. event, do a casualty event. So the payment date is when the casualty amount will be posted. So the payment must occur in a month where no payment, accrual, or asset depreciation posting have been made, and must be on the same day of the month as the base rent payment. So it should be on a first. And let's say I'm selecting April 2023. The casualty amount, that will be the amount paid to the lessor based on your record. By default, the unpaid interest expense amount for each standard will be shown in the field. We can modify the field as required, but note that it cannot be less than the unpaid interest expense at the time of the event. I can submit them now. Again, a draft will be created. And if you go to the terms and conditions, we can see the casualty term with the unpaid interest amount. Can send it to assessment and submit. Now we can check the schedule, especially the US GAAP, and we can see the casualty event over here. And after that, the lease and payment is shown over here. And if you go to the all column, the NPV is also set to 0. And once you are happy with the schedule, you can approve them, confirm the classification, and I can complete the remeasurement for this to be reflected in the original contract. Do anyone have any question? No. Now
there is a one second, Pratibha.
yes.
Robbie was asking the latest patch. We're talking about your current version right now. So if you would like to upgrade to it, it is available. It's a normal upgrade, Robbie.